So I go to visit friends in Twin Lakes, which is near Penticton in British Columbia, Canada. And they have this house. They have this house on top of, I guess we'd call it a hill, but for most folks who don't live around BC and the Rockies that are huge, they would call it a mountain, but it's a hill in our terms. And they live up here, and there's one lake here, and then there's this huge valley. And I'm out there with a camera, and it's just about dusk. And my idea with this camera is to point it in the sky in the middle of nowhere and take pictures of UFOs. Because my friend Dorothy Isaac, and you can look her up, she's absolutely incredible, takes pictures of UFOs with, she used to take them, you know, those old 8mm films. She has 800, and she points them because star people tell her to point it up in the sky, and then all these color dashes across the film. It is absolutely wild. And this lady's been in my life like for, I don't know, about 30 years. And she's the most adorable, loving, amazing lady. And she's Catholic. It's possible for everyone. And so I thought, well, I'm going to try it. So I'm out there with my camera. It's getting dark. And it's I guess a 35mm SLR. And I'm out there. And my friend comes out and she says, what are you doing? I said, well, I'm going to take pictures of UFOs. There are no UFOs out here. I said, well, it's okay. It's my camera and it's my film and it'll cost me $5 and don't worry about it. And I'm waiting. She goes, what are you doing? I said, I told you I'm going to take pictures of UFOs. She said, well, you won't get anything on the film, you know. There won't be anything on the film. It'll just all be black. And I said, well, don't worry about it. It's my camera. It's $5. It's okay. Just chilly. It'll be fine. Why are people like that? Why don't they just leave you alone? I mean, what does it matter to them if it's a wacky idea? And it's $5 for crying out loud. It's not a big waste of money. Anyway, you won't have to pay for it because they don't charge you if it's negative, right? Because they think, well, it's bad film. So there I am, holding my camera, waiting, and she keeps bugging me. And she says, why are you trying to take pictures of UFOs? You know they don't really exist. And I said, well, you know, when I was younger, and I told her the whole story about what happened to me when I was 10, and I sat there in detail and told her about how I put my hands on the green orb and how it went right up into the sky, and then they wanted me to point where I was from, and I pointed to the star, and the ship came down, and they threw me off, and he said, help the children of hope. And she said, really, that happened to you? I said, yeah. And there it was completely dark. And she said, well, when do you know you're going to help the children of hope? I said, I don't know. They'll give me a sign. And I was about to turn, and just as I turned, there's this UFO that goes in the sky. It's about as big as a plate in the sky, like an orb that just, it is completely green. Completely green. And my camera is down by my leg. I don't take any pictures of it. And we both watch this orb through the sky. And just after I told that story, the moment after, seconds after, and she looks at me and says, what was that? So what do you think it was? It was a UFO. I said, yeah. You think it was a UFO, Duende? I said, yeah, I do. You think it was a sign? Yeah, I said, I do.